Speaking of switches.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to QuestJunkies. It's Friday night, which means it's time for Strahdalicious. Dungeon Mommy, over to you.
Happy Friday, everyone. As always, just a few things to get out of the way before we get started. This is a 18+ game, which means if any of you guys were around for last session, things get hot, they get steamy, and they get not appropriate for out loud work time listening. So you have been warned. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and have my players introduce themselves. And I'm going to start at the top of the overlay. Patch.
Hello, I am Patch, the usual face you see on QuestJunkies. Today, I am reprising the role of Lanelle Calidora.
All right. We'll move down the opposite end. River.
Hi, I'm River. I play Sarah. Sometimes Sarah plays me. Depends on the day. Well, I play Serafina, Sarah, the fist of the group.
All right. Bridget.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bridget. I play Lena Luhorn, the sneaky and freaky warlock.
C.
Hi, I'm C, and I play Abrea, the sweet innocent angel who is down to clown.
Literally. And last but not least, Sky.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Sky. I play Ileana, a space girl in a Strahd world. And speaking of which, did you know that if you look at my titties, we have merch? Spicy. Anyways, if you guys go to the merch link, you guys can wear me on your boobs as well.
And eventually, perhaps some of the others. So we'll see. We'll see what goes down there. Now, to get us started with today's session, I know I normally do a recap. And I have offered my players a boon. Each of them can earn a special inspiration point, which they can use at any time, even after a roll, if they give me a recap of last session from their character's point of view. Does anyone want to take me up on that offer?
I can.
All right. Avrea, the floor is yours.
So I'm literally written it down because I'm doing a diary for Abrea. Dear diary, we found a carnival. The fortune teller told us about our past and future in a very cryptic way. But other than that, I think we all had enough fun. Inky, the clown, was kind enough to give me a makeover, complete with a very beautiful magical capelet, and also a whip, with which we had fun. Or at least that's what he thinks. He doesn't know that it was all an illusion, but I had to specify that to Ismark. We kind of kissed, but then he told me it couldn't work because of fucking Strahd again.
All right. And that C earned Avrea an inspiration key.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Why the fuck not? All right.
Floor is yours.
Dear diary.
Mood, apathetic.
Right. We were traipsing through the woods when we came across some that kind of looked like a carnival. And going along with my bestie, Avrea, we hopped towards the color. We got our fortunes told. I was told that the answer to my music box was somewhere inside of me. And I'm trying to be smart about it and not think lewd about it. Avrea was hitting on a clown. I tried to hit on the lizard. That did not go well because I did not do my push-ups. I tried to sleep with Sarah. That was a fail as well. Ended up having a threesome with Lanelle and Lena. And I think it was a good time for all involved. But we'll see how many regrets they have in the morning. XOXO, Eliana.
You get an inspiration point. Anyone else?
I mean, if we're all gonna do it. Dear diary? I didn't even know I kept a diary. Okay. We found this fucking weird thing in the woods. Lots of color and music and something called a clown? I don't know what the fuck that is. They got fortunes read. They told me nothing new apart from, life is fucked and all this. Welcome to Barovia. Then some cryptic shit about weapons and things, which it sounded interesting, but I don't know how much I believe it. One thing led to another. I had stress to relieve, and boy did I try. We'll see how relieved I feel when I wake up. XOXO goth girl.
Inspiration point. 2 more left.
Well, all right. Twist my arm. Dear diary. Rather horrifying cacophony of color and sound, they tell me, is a circus. I've never seen one before. Don't really trust the surroundings all that much, but met this horrible little clown and me just written out on the pages.
Amazing.
Had our fortunes read, rather grim, rather vague. Visited around the fire. Some of the good shit, as the lady with the knives was insisting. Never expected to end the evening with a bang, but here we find ourselves. I think that's it.
Inspiration point. Now,
All right, so I did listen to this session during work, so the headphone warning was very appropriate last time. But, Sarah, Carnival, we met like the whole fortune teller. I did learn some things about my parents, which fucked with my head a bit. And I did some weird push-ups, and the lizard man was weird. So I just went drinking with the fortune teller and be having a time.
wonderful. I'll give you an inspiration point. Especially since you weren't here to play last time and you still gave me a recap. Love it. All right. And as my players have all explained, they spent their last session starting with travel and ending up in a very strange place known as the Carnival. Here they met an interesting cast of characters with Lester the Leonin, Inky the Clown, Grenna the Bearded Dwarf, Meat the Lizard Folk, and Madame Ava, who told them not only some fortunes individually, but something a little bit overall. They all had their own objectives and things they wanted to do during their time at the Carnival. And we ended last session with a long rest. We're starting this session waking up. Linnell.
Oh no.
Roll me a con save.
Oh shit, okay. These are the dreaded consequences I've been waiting for. Con save. Okay. I think we're in the clear, guys. Natural 1.
You dream that night. You are standing in the middle of the carnival. The music, non-existent, eerily quiet. There's, well, frankly, everything around you is just less colorful, less vibrant. And as you take in this strange change, you notice the bodies of your companions strewn across the camp. You see Sarah, her neck twisted in a most unnatural way. Lena torn from limb to limb. Ileana, just a pile of pulpy, bloody flesh. And Freya, seemingly drained dry of all the blood in her body. You stand there, taking this all in. And the only thoughts that go through your head this is all your fault. This is all your fault. You have no one to blame but yourself. And oh, we're gonna have a fantastic time with that. And you wake up. The music, annoyingly loud. But something of this, as you're shaking off the dread and adrenaline, the world seems duller and less colorful. Please describe to me how Linnell sees that and processes that, and where she's waking up.
I imagine, given the events of the night before, she's still tucked up somewhere after the very kind aftercare from Ileana. And I think as she wakes up, she sort of darts up from where she's laid, and she looks around. And she sees... I don't even think she notices that everything's a bit duller. Because she's still playing over in her mind everything she just dreamed about. And I think she gets up, and if they're inside the tent still, she'll just run out of the tent. And anyone that sees will see that Linnell, being someone who doesn't typically breathe, is hyperventilating. Or at least appears to be, but there is no breath. So...
Has anyone else woken up about this time? Early morning? Perhaps dawn?
Well, I would assume someone running out of a tent is a little loud.
Mm-hmm.
So, being hyper vigilant, I think I'll wake up as a what the fuck, and I'll pat out on both sides. I'll feel Lena, won't feel Linnell.
Empty
Lena.
bedroll.
What's going on?
Linnell, I think, ran out of the tent, kind of like she did at the fortune teller tent. She's a runner. She is a runner.
I've noticed.
Do you think maybe she's like maybe not the most gay? Might be having.
I hadn't considered that possibility, but we did learn a lot about ourselves from the fortune teller reading beforehand as well. I mean, one would hope this isn't a commentary on our prowess, but first and foremost, I believe the fortune teller's readings were at the top of her mind.
Well, she left her clothes. I'm gonna go.
I was gonna ask that actually if Linnell had gotten dressed.
I think she's naked as fuck. Let's go take her a blanket at least.
Yeah, she didn't think to put clothes on. She's locked in her own mind.
Getting dressed, carrying a blanket.
Ileana's not even bothering getting dressed. She's gonna just grab a blanket.
Carrying 2 blankets for the both of them.
Welcome to Strahdalicious.
We're getting dressed is optional.
Following after the 2 of them with 2 blankets.
All right. No one else in the camp. None of the carnival workers are up. And Adam. Well, actually, the 3 of you rolled me perception checks.
It's gonna be me. It's for sure gonna be me. Let's see.
Perception check, you say?
Oh, that's a nat 1.
16.
For a total of 3.
-5. I don't see
Ileana, you don't see shit. Ileana, you do see Meat
Yeah.
in the distance as he seems to be gobbling something down, like his gullet, just choking it down, like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Perhaps a rodent, a rat.
No gag reflex.
No gag reflex. Just going at it, but he's probably down where you had seen him before, and hence that's where you knew where to look. He doesn't pay the 3 of you any mind, any attention. It's like you don't even exist to him.
Yeah. I made the better decision last night, I think. Speaking of decisions, Linnell. Hey. Kind of out here with your ass out.
Yes, both of you are holding blankets.
I think she just turns around and throws herself at Ileana and starts crying.
I think she's regretting it. It's okay. We can breathe through this. You know, sometimes things are overwhelming, and maybe 2 sets of boobs were too much, and you just needed to start with the one.
Wrapping a blanket around both of you, but also rubbing Linnell's back.
Smoke Monster may have been a little much as well. Sorry if we overwhelmed you. Are you okay? You all right?
It's not that. It's not that at all. Just, fuck. Just... I'm not doing okay. And it's not because of... last night, I felt something for the first time in what is apparently nearly 400 years, according to what we learned yesterday. I will never say that was a bad thing, because it was not. It was the best thing I can remember. But it doesn't change anything. Because you're all going to die.
Well, yeah, you're gonna die again too. Or you're gonna die many, many times. I'll probably die at least 3 times. Lena's probably gonna die a whole heap.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be an absolute bloodbath, but at least it'll be interesting. DM,
Yes.
I took a cantrip called Share Pain, where when an ally takes damage, I can take half that damage. Could I suck out her stress?
I think this calls for a fate roll.
I think it does.
Roll me a D100.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And then a double-digit one, which is shaped like something in here. Here we go. Is that relatable?
Yeah.
What does a 91 get me?
Oh shit.
Ileana, are you casting the spell?
I am.
You feel almost instantaneously a sense of dullness, numbing, and just sheer dread as almost like a fog cloud mist. Some of this stress begins to wash over you and into you.
Mm-hmm.
And as it settles, you gain some memories that aren't your own.
I like it. Drink it in, Char. Drink it in.
The memory that you see is one that hasn't been shared with you before. You don't understand who you are or where you are. You just understand that whatever is going on around you is the worst thing that has happened in your life. You're sitting collapsed in the middle of a garden. You feel completely and utterly alone. All you can think is, she's gone. She's gone, and it's all my fault. The rest of the memory is too foggy, too vague to make out. But as that memory fades, you gain 5 stress points.
Fuck
And
yeah.
now you lose 5 stress points.
Mixed feelings about this.
And I do want to note that for both of you, that strange dullness that was starting to settle in, where colors were less vibrant, has dissipated. World's back to color and vibrancy. How are you feeling, Ileana?
I feel kind of sated. I like the void, and I'ma just feed on your misery. Deep.
Are you saying that out loud?
No,
Okay.
you're getting the inner workings. I'ma feed on this misery, and I'm gonna give it to my goddess.
All right. When you say you give it to your goddess, is this an intentional effort?
Yes.
Is this a prayer?
Yes. I will keep her fed.
Roll me 2d20s.
But you look like a D20. You think I would have pulled them out, but I didn't.
You don't strike me as one for pulling out, Ileana.
Yeah. I pulled a 17 and a 13.
Your starting point of the game.
Fuck yeah.
Update that in the Twitch chat. Oh. All right. So you said a 17?
Yep, 17 and a 13.
How many stress points do you have?
5 now.
You would feel that stress that has settled in your body, that dread that you have taken, turn to elation. You would feel it wash over your body, feeding that deep part of you, that well, and you lose 3 of those stress points. So now you're down to only 2.
It's gonna be a great day. You thought you were fucked up. She's fucked up in here.
No, are you saying that out loud?
No. That's just a sky.
All right. Anything else before we check in with our other characters?
I'm kind of curious how... Would Linnell pick up on this spell being cast? Like, does she have an idea of what's just happened?
Roll me Arcana. Arcana. Roll me that Arcana.
Okay. So Arcana's +7, -5 because of stress. So +2. That's a 10.
You notice something's different. You notice that for some reason, that stress, that just awful feeling in your chest, while there's some of that still there, you notice it has been lightened significantly. You do not know why or how, but perhaps you might have an inkling it has something to do with Ileana.
I think because she's still upset, she's still tearful, and she's trying to figure this out, and whatever it has something to do with Ileana, I think Ileana, Linnell looks directly at you and just places a hand on the side of your face. I don't know what brought you here. What cruel thread of fate happened to you to bring you to a place like this. She's going to try and take all of you. And I'll bring her face in closer. But I'm going to fucking kill her first.
Do you want to know something, Linnell? I'm starting to think I'm right where I need to be. I kind of like it.
I have mixed feelings about this, but okay. And for the record, she, wipes the tears away. I don't remember my past experiences, shall we say. But I'm very glad last night happened. And I'll look back to Lena. Very glad.
Great. So, let's go get dressed instead of staying here with tits out.
Wait.
She'll wrap both of them up in a blanket. The blankets that she brought with them so they can cover up at least.
It's nice and cozy, thank you.
Appreciate it.
You barely wear anything as it is, Linnell. You might as well traipse around here fucking naked.
Don't threaten me with a good time, okay?
Give this circus a show.
In the distance, you all hear the audible gurgling as Meat has found yet another delicious, tasty rat for breakfast.
This noise is out of context, though.
Punctuating the end of your moment.
Yeah.
Let's see, who to focus on next? Anyone want to volunteer, or would you like me to choose? Sarah. You spent the later portion of your night sharing a tent and a nice drink with Madame Ava.
Yeah, we drank moonshine. And, well, Sarah will definitely have tried to drink the whole bottle just to get a reprieve of all the thoughts swirling in her head of the information she gained in the past, I think, 24 hours. So yeah, I'm not sure how she's coping with that at the moment. I'm gonna roll for that.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, nat 20. The first dice roll this dice had. It's okay.
What's your con score?
My con score is a 19.
Excellent. You?
Yeah, she's...
Wake up surprisingly refreshed. And where did you go back to your own tent? Did you find a cozy pillow to station yourself on in Madame Ava's tent?
I imagine if Madame Ava didn't actually throw me out, I was just gonna sleep on the floor there.
Yeah, you probably find a nice, cozy pillow to lay your head on. And when you wake up in the morning, you find yourself covered in a cozy blanket, tucked in, and a glass of water by your head. You would hear just the subtle sound of cards being shuffled and sorted over and over again.
Up slowly and stretches. That was. I don't think I've slept that well in a while. That moonshine is that shit. I'm. Do you still have some? Can I take some with me? Because I think I'll be needing more.
You seemed to enjoy yourself last night. I might have a bottle or two tucked away that I might be able to be convinced to part with.
How can I convince you about that?
How about this? And she sets down her cards. She looks over at you. Have you ever heard of the Fanes? I'm guessing
I?
from that look, you have not. And no, you would not have.
No.
I cannot tell you much more about what the Fanes are and what they entail. I'm, in a sense, forbidden. But I would like you to try to gather what information you can in your travels.
That sounds fair. For a bottle of moonshine, I'm collecting information about the things.
Yep. Just information about the Fanes. And you get a bottle of moonshine.
Can I make an insight check on that?
Yes, go ahead.
It's a 21.
There is more that she knows that she isn't telling you, but you get a sense of sincerity when she said that she is forbidden from telling you much more than that. And the offer of the moonshine, completely valid.
You can't just nod your head or shake it. Are the things dangerous?
No, my dear.
Are they your enemies?
No.
Family?
One might say that I have a connection.
Interesting. Why do you want information on them?
That I cannot tell you. But I have a feeling you'll come to a realization, an understanding about why and what needs to be done from there.
That will probably come in the most opportune way. No, not opportune way. The opposite of that. But I mean, fine, sure, let's do this.
He'll get up, and again, she looks older, hunched, but the way she carries herself says the very opposite. Light and practically floating across the room to a cabinet where she pulls out another bottle. Obviously not bought from anywhere, distilled in someone's home perhaps. And she walks it over to you.
Can I ask you one more question before I leave?
Of course you can.
Yesterday, you said both my parents aren't from here. I always thought my mom's a local.
No. Your mom hasn't shared much with you, has she?
Apparently not. Can you tell me where she's from? Where my dad's from? Where maybe both of them are from?
Unfortunately, I can't. The cards have not told me much more than they are not from this plane. Much like your friend out there, the one that you seem quite fond of.
Are my parents from space?
They could be. They could be from elsewhere. There are many planes of existence.
Was I born here or was I actually born somewhere else?
She looks over at her cards and she picks the top card off of her pile. You were born here. You are considered a native.
Ah, shit. Okay.
She nudges that bottle of moonshine at you.
Thanks. And how do I get the information on the things to you? Do you have a pigeon address?
A pigeon address. Oh,
Yeah.
quaint. You do not need to get the information back to me.
Why information then? I thought that was to give to you. Am I missing something? Am I doing that for my own benefit?
He smiles at you.
You're a sneaky one. Okay.
You'll find out in due time.
Shit. Okay. Pockets the moonshine. Well, I'm gonna go find the others. I'm not even sure what they did last night, but they sure had fun. So...
It was quite noisy outside of the tent.
Yeah, I think I may have heard a whip at some point. Not sure if that, correlates to any of that. I'll find out.
She glances at her cards, and you kind of see a, noticeable, she shakes her head of, I'm not going there. I'm not gonna look. You can find out.
Yeah. I'll find out the other way. Thanks for the fun evening last night. And for the very cryptic messages. I'm sure they'll be fine. And puts up her hood again. And waves and leaves.
She gives you a short wave and goes to sit back at her table. And you find yourself back in the carnival. Avrea.
Yes.
Make me a con save.
Oh, okay. That's a 21.
You sleep wonderfully.
Hmm?
In fact, it's that kiss that keeps running through your head as you relive that moment. And rather than a sense of dread or foreboding at what this thing between you and Ismark could lead to, you would feel emboldened. You wake up feeling a sense of Strahd has nothing on you and your group. Where did you sleep?
I think I wake up and I see Ismark in the same tent, because I would have gone to him and I would have asked him to not sleep together, but like sleep in the same tent, because I didn't want to disturb the threesome and I didn't know where Sarah was. So even though it's kind of awkward after that scene, so after that dream, I wake up and I look over at Ismark, who I assume is still sleeping because he needs more sleep.
Ismark is there, and he's positioned himself at the front of the tent entrance, almost as if he was guarding you, keeping you inside and safe. Of course, as a respectable gentleman, he put his bedroll as far as he could away. But when you came to ask him, he did not hesitate. He moved his stuff into your tent right away. And he's there, sleeping, slumbering softly, chest gently rising and falling.
What a gentleman. But now, how do I get out? Do I need to... I try to maneuver myself so as not to wake him up.
You want to make me a dex save on that? Or a dex check? You'd even do like acrobatics, athletics, as long as you can flavor it and tell me how you would do it. I will allow it.
I hope I roll a nat one and I'm on top of it. Anyway, maybe not. That's 12.
12. All right. You go to make your way, navigate around the bedroll that is keeping you trapped in this tent. And while you don't trip or fall over anything, it is hard to maneuver length of your cape, all of that around his sleeping form. And you hear a soft exhale of breath. Are you going somewhere, Alfreya?
Oh, I didn't mean to wake you.
It's no matter. Am I in your way?
No, you're fine. You keep sleeping. I need a lot less.
He pulls himself up onto his elbows, and you can still see that he has not slept enough. Sleep still weighs his eyelids heavily. His hair is tousled. Do you need me to get up with you?
I'm sure I'll find the others. They also don't really sleep much. Really, it's fine. Keep sleeping. You need it.
I'll see you when I wake. and he will watch as you leave the tent. Now, order of events. Ismark and Sarah obviously need much more sleep than the rest of you. Avreya, as you leave that tent, you would recognize the sounds of your other 3 companions, the ones who had a quite eventful night, which may have been a bit awkward to listen to as you were in the tent with Ismark. Because I don't believe that any of these 3 were quiet in any sense.
Nope.
But you hear them after
You
hear them after they've returned to the tent they were in to get dressed. And you would know that they're in the waking world right now.
I guess I go up to their tent and see if they're awake.
Andrea. I knew it was just a matter of time.
For what?
Welcome to the tent. What can we do for you?
Hello.
What can we do you for? I mean,
You win.
Oh, I mean, I heard it all last night. I hope you had fun.
It was a blast. You know?
I heard some blasts.
Yeah. So,
A rousing performance for all.
How did your evening go?
Oh, actually, I wanted to show you something. I
She did.
do
got a
well,
You got a
And-
motherfucking cape.
not just a cape. Look, it's stars. We can look at them.
You're gonna be my favorite thing to look at, Avreya.
I know I already was.
Oh, it's so pretty. So,
Twinkles brightly. Perhaps you recognize a constellation that kind of shimmers over before it dissipates.
Look what I can do. I pick up a star and just throw it on the ground, which it splits into 3 other shooting stars.
Delightful.
It's so cute.
Liliana needs a moment.
So, did they have a store or something filled with star stuff?
Oh, I didn't pay.
Oh,
Well, I guess I paid, but in another way.
oh.
Ooh.
Not like
Y'all can insight this if you'd like.
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
Oh, I believe she fucked whoever. That was low.
19.
Lionel's not rolling because she's too busy trying to remember how to reattach the skimpy outfit that she wears every day.
So many loose, strange
Provide the help
straps.
action to like, oh. The straps go here?
Can you tie me up at the back?
Sure.
You might need a better top. Did they have something spooky, or is everything just beautiful?
Spooky can be beautiful.
It is,
I don't know.
but like, if
I
it's
don't know
color,
about spooky, but there was a lot of different themes, I guess.
Linnell, if you need something more than just a few scraps of squirrel, might be worth a perusal, considering that took like a good 10 minutes to put back on.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose this could be like my my camp outfit. I don't know, like something a bit more practical. But please, no color. Color's not my thing.
Considering this is
At least no
Carnival.
rainbow.
Oh god. This might not be the place for that then.
I'll have a look. But
Perhaps we could dye some of the fabrics darker. Surely they would not object to that. I mean, perhaps if if Ray's discount extends to the 5 of us.
here's the thing, and I might regret saying this, but the others, they need like another 4 hours, something like that.
Yes.
Okay, so if we're waiting for them, I have something I need to study for a little bit. If you want to try and find me something better, I'm about to say this, I trust your judgment.
That might be giving her too much power, but it up to you.
Andrea, Lena, we have one job to do. Let's go. Let's do it. You don't know?
I don't know if my payment is enough, but
If they're
let's see.
sleeping, we'll nick it.
Oh, it's in Inky's room. Actually,
Ew.
there's all of the chests.
I mean, no joke. Yeah.
Wow.
Inky's room.
This morning just gets better and better.
I can try to slither in.
I'll be your backup, just in case.
I mean, no judgment. Okay. I've never fucked a clown. I just can't imagine like
Me
the
neither.
honk. What?
I didn't either.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay,
I
we're
also
not
didn't show you
calling it
this.
fucking. Got it.
I
whip?
show you the whip.
Oh. Enjoyed the pleasure of your company that much.
I mean, this was the pleasure.
I don't blame him. Your company is delightful, but I can't imagine. How lovely.
Linnell pokes a head up at the sound of the whip. If they have another one of those, could you get me one? I used to use one a long time ago. It's been a while, but
Was Sarah?
We'll see. There's a
Sarah
lot of things.
though?
Lena's reacting so normally to this information.
Freya, was Sarah sleeping with you?
No, I don't know where she is.
Oh,
I'm sure she's fine. She wouldn't have gone somewhere.
why don't y'all go shopping while I go get a head count? I'll be quiet.
All right.
What if she's gone again?
I mean, I don't want to do shopping if I'm worried.
Yeah. I'm not sure. This environment isn't terribly comforting or trustworthy, so perhaps we'd best go with you and ensure Sarah's safety.
What if she's wearing pink again?
Oh, dear, yeah, we need to find her right this moment.
I will burn this place to the ground.
All right. You guys are off to try to find, at least locate where Sarah is.
Yeah.
I'm staying behind. I'm going to take the time and spend the coin to learn another spell from my book.
All right. Now, the other three going together. Roll me investigation. Let's do a group investigation check.
All right.
God damn it, I'm not fucking smart in this campaign.
Same. It's a 15.
14.
15 for me as well.
Inspiration.
Oh, that's true.
I don't want to find her that hard where I want to. I want to see that
I was
person
about to-
dying.
And you all rolled pretty decently. As you're looking around, and again, the rest of, other than Meat, everyone appears to be asleep. But you notice glowing light, as it's still dark at this point, or darker, glowing light from the inside of Madame Ava's tent.
Gonna go up and listen outside, see if I can hear anything inside.
Perception check, please.
Go. Oh, it was almost a 17. It's a 12.
12. You hear something nondescript, some kind of noise. It's a little too hard to make out what it could be, though.
Gonna kind of play it cool. Sarah? Yoo-hoo.
You do hear some footsteps. Soft, and the opening lifts. And it's Madame Ava, and she just puts her finger to her lips. Shh. And she motions at the sleeping form of Sarah, who is tucked in.
Ah. Mum's the word.
She's safe.
She had herself up.
She's sleeping.
Different vibes, isn't it? Well, she drank me out of house and home with the entire bottle of moonshine that I was having. So I'm sure she's sleeping quite pleasantly right now.
Must be effective.
It's the good shit.
Yes, it is.
Never imbibed myself, but I trust your judgment.
Yes, there being only wine and Barovia is, in my opinion, a problem, but
For real.
I hate to ask you to leave, but
Yeah, no, we. Just
I don't
want-
wish to
Oh,
Yeah.
wake
perfectly
her.
all right. We just wanted to get a better sense of her location.
Make sure she was alive. Okay.
Yes.
She
We'll be
smiles
off.
at you and then lowers the tent flap.
All
Well,
right.
That's settled.
I think
Shall
we
we go
should
shopping?
Oh man, we gotta wake up that clown though. I just can't. You know what? Maybe we could just buy clothes for Linnell elsewhere instead of dealing with
Well,
Boinkers the clown.
if Vreya vouches for his company, perhaps he's not altogether terrible. Anyway, it's better than encountering him alone. We won't be alone.
He's sleeping. We all go in there just staring over him.
Yes, perhaps we have the element of surprise over him that way.
I mean, if we want the whip for Linnell,
It's
that's
true,
in
Linnell
another
did
book.
ask for a whip, and she's been going through it lately, so perhaps this would be a nice treat, as it were.
Yeah, that's not an inky stand. That's over there with the animals.
Oh,
Perfect.
but
Unless
should
we
we
have to-
should we be stealing from these circus people? Because like,
Yeah,
They-
I feel like they would have some sort of consequence.
you know,
Let's not steal. Is there anyone else we could talk to about the whips, or is it
well,
Inky's purview?
everyone's sleeping. We're the only crackheads awake. So,
Well, not everyone's sleeping. Actually, the owner of the whips isn't.
oh me,
Oh,
me
perfect.
is like 13 lizards deep, just like.
God.
Well, we could ask him.
You know what? At this point, it's okay. I'm just gonna practice some kung fu or whatever until everyone wakes up. I don't want to talk to that lizard man again.
Okay, I'm just gonna call out what Patch just wrote in chat, in the player chat. 13 Lizards Deep, an Ileana romance novel, coming soon, with a very particular spelling. Y'all are a problem. You're my problem.
I can
Your
write 3
circus, your
women. I
monkeys.
can't write 13 lizards.
All right. So, Ileana, you are going to practice.
I'm gonna do some fighty things to kill
All right.
time.
All right. And you can use that to relieve some stress if that's something stress relieving.
Fuck yeah.
The other two of you, how are you spending the rest of your time before the others awake?
Let's see. Oh, so, okay, this circus, kind of in an outdoor area, would you say?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. It's like they've kind of set up an encampment alongside this pool of water.
Can she potentially find what looks like the most densely populated area of foliage and wildlife and attempt to forage?
Yes. Wow, we haven't done any foraging in a little bit here. Let's go ahead. I would like you to roll me survival.
All right.
Can I help?
Yeah, if you'd like to, you can give the help action for advantage.
How does the extra rolls work again?
Yeah, so you can go ahead if you'd like to use those. I have them right here. You have one extra roll available. And just a reminder to everyone who is watching this live in our Twitch chat, this is something you can do with your channel points. You can redeem inspiration keys. You can redeem special foraging for Strahdalicious. So, this will give you extra amounts to...
Extra amounts? Okay, well, I got an 18 on my survival.
Okay. So you got an 18 on your survival, which means you will find what you're looking for there. You're going to find some things. Roll me a just straight up D20.
Okay. Oh, not a D20. Don't do that. No. Come on. Yay, 17.
17. All right. Let me take a quick look. So you got a 17, which pretty dang good for that. All right. Roll me one more D20.
Ooh. 18.
Okay. You will find a few things. You'll find some different fungi that are growing, since you're in a kind of marshy area right now, growing along the bottoms of some of the trees and shrubs. You'll find 3 different types. Roll me 3d4.
A 3, a 4, and a 1.
3, a 4, and a 1. You find some shiitake mushrooms. You find 2 mushrooms, fly agaric. And I should write these down as we're going.
I'm writing them down.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. And then you find a rather large one that you have never seen before. Doesn't look remarkable. How do you pick it?
That feels like a loaded question. Going to examine the mushroom curiously before taking out one of her daggers and attempting to just gently sever the roots so it lifts from the ground more easily.
I don't know why I kind of expected you to go Eldritch Blast.
Deep fried mushroom.
You don't notice anything crazy happen, but you do smell as you cut this mushroom oddly sickly sweet rot, much like rotting corpse.
Maybe we should leave that one.
Can I tell if it's still edible? Or...
Go ahead, roll me a nature check.
Okay. All right, I'll try. Oh, Jesus, that's a... maybe I could use my inspiration here.
If you'd like to.
It's the same roll. No, it's worse. Because first it was a 3 and then it was a 2.
You are unaware. You're not able to gather anything about this particular mushroom.
Can I attempt to, from the bedroll, can I maybe cut out a piece of fabric to store this mushroom carefully so that it does not rot into anything else in her bag?
Yeah, go ahead. Your bedroll.
Attempting some careful storage here. Perhaps we'll find a use for it later.
Maybe a poison.
Yes, perhaps. Putting that away.
Did you want to use the other foraging roll that you guys have available to you?
Ooh, we could.
Hey, if you'd like to do that, roll me another survival check.
All right. Come on. 17.
17. All right, and go ahead and roll me another d20.
All right. Oh. It's that one.
All right. Let me take a look at here.
Getting that out of the way now.
You find a patch of moss growing alongside the inside of a tree.
She might scrape some of it off with her dagger. Oh, perhaps for soup later.
With those mushrooms.
Yes. Getting a stew going.
You can roll me a nature check for that if you'd like.
Sure. Okay, it's a 3.
Can I roll as well?
If you'd like to, yes, go ahead.
Okay, that's a 13.
All right. You would get the sense that this particular moss could be used for more than just consuming. You don't sense anything as you're evaluating it that would mark it as poisonous.
Could it be used for some kind of salve or like for wounds?
It's potential. You personally don't know much about the ways of salves and ointments, but
Ooh, idea. Can I reference the alchemy book that I got to see if it's listed in the ingredients?
I did get provisions with herbalism kit.
Perhaps
I don't have
Ray
the
and I
kit, but
could
maybe
investigate the book together.
yeah.
all right,
Between
yeah.
the two.
Why don't you go ahead, Avrea, and add your proficiency bonus to that nature check you got?
To the one from before. That's
Yes.
16.
16 total?
15, sorry.
15. You would recognize this as a very basic moss. It's a sphagnum moss. It's a thick, soft moss that grows in areas like this. And once it's gathered and dried, it can retain large amounts of water and is very important and valuable to people who fight and get themselves into situations. You would know what this is specifically because of your family and the work they do. Their hands would get dry and chapped, and they would often collect moss like this to use in salves, and perhaps something like a healing potion.
Oh yeah, I remember. My family used to use this. Yeah, this can be very useful.
Oh. Scrape off the inside of the tree to save it for later.
All right. And that was your foraging.
Yeah.
I think before we reconvene with the rest of the group, this is a good time for our bio break. Take about 5 minutes and regroup after that. So, thank you to everyone watching. We will be back shortly.
I will just quickly say, we'll make that about 10 minutes, because we have a new break reel to show you, featuring some updated art from our wonderful community. And, well, first, a little glimpse into Quest Junkies at MCM London. See you shortly. And welcome back, dear friends, to Strahdalicious, over to Dungeon Mommy.
All right. And here we go. Avrea and Lena had just finished their foraging. And I assume are on their way back to meet up with the others.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you would like to do before those that are still sleeping wake up? Any conversations?
We could maybe start on some breakfast with these mushrooms.
We could. Picking the ones that are safest to eat and preparing them.
You have 3 different kinds of mushrooms. One that you know for sure is edible. You haven't examined the other one, the fly agaric.
Can I go ahead and do that?
Go ahead, nature check.
All right. Ooh, 16.
You would recognize that it would take something to make this edible. And perhaps it's better suited for more poisonous pursuits, as you recall your little herbalism journal. So, yes, the shiitake is probably the only edible thing you've gathered.
Oh, shiitake mushrooms.
Oh, shiitake mushrooms.
I've been waiting to say that. Preparing only the most edible of mushrooms into a stew. And
Well, you just have the mushrooms, and it's just probably enough for one person, so...
Freya, are you hungry?
Not yet, but eventually.
Meal prep. Chopping the mushrooms. Saving them for later.
All right. Anything else?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Hey. Sarah. Last we left off with you, you were leaving the tent. And right about this time, as you are exiting the tent, you would see not only your party kind of up and around gathered, but you would see the people of the carnival beginning to get up and around as they, Grenna, the bearded dwarf, goes and she starts prepping some kind of strange meat, roasting it over the fire. You would see Lester, who seems to be kind of going around, patrolling, checking everything. Meat is still keeping to himself, no longer consuming tiny rodents that he's finding, but perhaps just still on all fours staring at things. And you don't see the clown anywhere.
Thank God. White birth around meat and heading towards the party. And there's gonna be like, see, for once, I'm not the only one who sleeps longer. It's apparently you guys who just don't need sleep. It's not me who's the odd one out. For once!
I mean, Eastmark's also there with you.
Yeah, who cares about this, Mark?
That's rude.
I'm sorry. I had a morning. How are you guys?
I slept wonderfully.
I'm really glad to hear that.
See, Linnell's reading through her book, muttering to herself. And of course, with that, and then you just go. She clicks her fingers and she vanishes. As she's just learned invisibility.
Oh.
I start clapping.
Did anyone else do that? Is that the moonshine? Oh,
No, I imagine it really happened.
shit.
That's
Well,
amazing.
Such feats of magic.
at least now we won't have to worry about what she's wearing.
Wait, what?
From behind you, Ileana, you hear, "What, is that a problem?"
Now we don't have to look at your scraps and squirrel.
Look, I'm not one for fashion, and she reappears next to you.
I feel like there's a story there.
Oh, we just want to make over Lanelle.
Yeah, I don't know how
Well-
these clothes might be as old as I am. I don't know. It's when you live in the woods and you don't socialize with people, you don't think about material things like this. Like, as long as the girls are covered, it's fine. So, not that there's much to cover. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, there's always hands to cover and warm them up, you know.
Oh, I did find out
Charcoal
about that
from-
last night, actually, in quite
How
detail.
was your night? And turns to Welts, Ilyana.
Well, if you joined us, it would have been even better, but it was magical.
Next time?
Please?
We'll see what my brain says to that.
All right, we'll listen to your neurospice.
I got some information the last few hours that didn't really put me in the mood, but we'll see where this goes.
I believe if we proved anything at all last night, it's that there are a number of ways to relieve stress.
Apparently not too much looking at an L. Just sounding a bit stressed.
And this is par for the course, really. I feel better. I had a good scream and then a good cry, and then, you know.
Right. Did the whip come into anything with you guys, or was that
I would like one, if there is one.
Can I see the whip on Avrea?
Well, Avrea, can they?
I think they can just see very little of it, like if they're going for it. But it's covered by the cape, mostly.
You would
Okay,
notice that
so, like-
cape is brand new, too.
Did you go shopping?
Kind of. These are gifts.
That fits amazing.
Thank you. Oh, these are stars, by the way.
That's what stars look like.
Yeah. Are they
Oh,
pretty?
they're pretty. Yeah.
Never thought of it that way.
I always thought they're more round.
There's many different kinds.
Cute.
Well, I suppose one thing we probably need to talk about at some point. I'm still undecided about the fortune-telling stuff, but they seem to suggest certain paths for us to explore. I don't know, what do you guys think about it? I'm undecided. Like, it sounded pretty good. Hey, have this sword of whatever the fuck it was. Like, it sounded cool. But, like, I don't know, what do you think?
Well, they're all vague. I don't know.
They were.
Where could we start with those?
Well, didn't she say, like, go west? There's a pond with a light, and the song is in you. So we go
Presence.
west.
Yes,
Believe
but
in the me that believes in you.
yes, but we were all told vastly different things. I, for one, was told of presence of some sort of spy or maybe a minion of greater power.
Right. I was told that I knew how to open my music box. That the answer was inside of me. And I'm still trying to figure that out.
Giggle snort from Lena.
I mean,
So I
looks awkwardly to Sarah, like, well, did we try, like, the most obvious way? Like, that sometimes works, doesn't it, Sarah?
You mean punching?
Well, no,
Just-
you got your letter open, right? By opening it?
Yeah.
Through the seal.
Just burn it. We warmed it up, and that worked. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Punching
thinking,
in fire, I'm hearing.
well, you melted the wax and opened it. Like, maybe I just gotta sing at it.
Maybe.
Sure. Or fire works. Produce flame.
Well,
Maybe fire is the key to everything.
Maybe.
let me try singing at it. Let me just pull out my box.
I want to actually hear you sing to this.
All right. In the accent. Okay.
That's tough.
In the accent.
Dun,
I'll
dun.
give you inspiration if you do this. I'll give you another key.
And I hooked on a feeling, do 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 do. I'm high on believing, do 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 do, that you're the box for me.
I didn't know you were a bard.
Dun, dun, dun.
Liliana suddenly gets another level.
I'll just start harmonizing.
Just for funsies, roll me performance.
Fine. Not one.
Oh boy.
Y'all just stand here
It's a
watching as she's like serenading this box and like complete with weird dance moves. Unsure what to make of any of this, but unfortunately for her efforts, nothing happens.
Is that one of
I
those
think Fist is
space
better.
songs?
Oh man.
Maybe it's the wrong song. I mean, isn't the one from the music box a lullaby?
Maybe you're meant to harmonize with the melody. It was-
When I was just a young snake, I asked my mother, what would I be?
Nothing.
Okay. Fucking box. All right. I'll keep trying. It's not- we tried punching it. It didn't do anything.
Roll me a fate roll, Ileana.
Again.
All right.
Another fate roll.
I'm gonna get struck by
Question.
lightning.
Punch with fire.
Fire punch.
We've
Fire
got
punch.
an 80888.
Your lullaby is supposed to do. That's a thought that occurs to you. And that's a hint
Alright.
you're gonna get.
All right. I'ma sing in my dreams. It's gonna be great. Now I gotta think of box theme songs.
Well, we'll try not to keep you up all night next time, then.
I got one. Oh, I can't wait to go to sleep. All right.
Do you want me to knock you out so you can go to sleep now?
Oh my gosh. And then I can do a rendition of Be My Box, Be My Box. It'll be great.
None of you have ever heard any of this music before in your life.
Is this like a space music thing?
Yeah, Barovia music is like really monotone and dreary, and it's always really sad. It's always about mists and
It's all
like
Becca's
there's not much to sing
choral
about.
whatnot.
There's the
With like
mist.
2 instruments.
This is why you guys really need to go to that really awesome music concert in the Shadowfell. Just
What's the concert again?
Char Within You.
What? There's nothing in me.
Yeah,
She can be a
just thinking about last night.
Linnell's internal monologue is like, I wish I had comprehend languages so I could understand anything she's saying right now.
yeah, we could do ayahuasca and
More space drugs.
for sure. But I think there was something about going west. There's a pond, and we can probably yeet ourselves into the pond, get real wet. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Then probably do things, but
I'll look over to Ismark. Is Ismark with us?
You would see Ismark kind of groggily stepping out of the tent, rising later than the rest of you, stretching, buttoning his shirt back up from how it had come undone during his sleep. And he'll probably look over at the group in that moment, and you might make eye contact with him, Linnell.
Good sleep?
As good as I'm going to get.
That's a
And
spirit.
he stretches, and it's kind of clear that sleeping on the ground isn't his favorite thing. He seems to be like nursing his sore muscles, but he will walk over to join you all. Maybe giving Ileana a strange glance as she serenades this box. An eventful morning for all of you, I take it.
Indeed.
So far. Still early, though. There's still time.
It's much too early for all this strange music. And he's kind of looking around, glaring at this carnival, wondering why there are still... It's still so colorful, and where this music is even coming from. That's the weirdest part to him. He just looks confused before he shakes his head. And so, do we head out anytime soon, or please tell me you guys don't want to hang out with the clown all day?
Well, we were actually just discussing that. We were talking about what we learned from the magic-y card lady, the fortune teller. Yep, that's the word. About where to go next. And we all kind of got different insight. Like, Linnell got something about a sword. There was talks of a pawn. Sarah got real sad. Yep.
Perhaps
Yeah.
the insight that we gained about the best path forward. Determine what that is and follow it. So, going west.
Question for Dungeon Mommy.
Yes, Dungeon Baby?
Would Linnell know or have a general idea of which direction the castle would be?
Absolutely. Because it sits practically north. You can see it from the town of Barovia. From here, probably northeast. You might even see it in the distance atop some tall, giant cliffs.
I think as she just looks around mid-conversation, she probably just catches the glimpse of the silhouette in the mist and then immediately like, west is really good. I like the idea of west. Let's go west.
Splendid. Are we all in agreement then?
Well, okay, so as it's been 2 weeks, the reading was a pond that was to the west, right? My notes are correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can reread those to you guys if you'd like.
Well, I think you sent them to us as well.
Probably,
So-
but it gets lost in the fray of things. I get it.
It do. I think we should go adventuring. Like, fuck it, you know? Maybe we'll come across some wolves. Maybe those wolves will be down to clown. And
I'll take that. Oh.
Walk in the fucking building!
She said something about a bright sun as well, so I'm sure we'll notice it.
Yes.
Well, now looks up at
Perhaps all
the
these-
dark sky and the mist. I think that would be pretty noticeable.
I think
Yeah.
it's a metaphor.
Oh,
For a sunny personality, and she'll side-eye Ismark.
Well, no,
He's just standing there, like, arms crossed, watching you all.
like, you know how I can make a moonbeam? What if
Yeah.
something else makes a sunbeam? Y'all wouldn't know what that would
Oh.
look like, but we would. If it's really fucking bright, that's probably it.
Probably. Sure.
So
Sure.
let's go west. Let's pack up.
yeah.
Let-
Onward.
Hit it.
Before
Alright.
we
Get
go,
away.
I'm actually worried about Inky. I mean, was I too harsh last night?
What exactly happened last night, Avrea?
You never really told us.
Well, I kind of used the whip. Well, not really. I'll tell you on the street. I don't want ears.
I was right
my.
about you.
So
It
those
is always
whip
the quiet
sounds.
ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
last night may have been many things, but we were not using whips.
Ismark
Interesting.
just glances at Avrea and is trying to hide a smile.
I smile back and I say, well, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna check in. Well, if you want to come too and see for those clothes,
Yes,
Maybe we
the
can ask him.
clothes.
Oh,
Or another whip for Linnell.
If he wants to be whipped, you put your whole fucking body into that shit. You split him open, Lena.
you
Like a
might not want
piñata.
to anymore.
I'm gonna hang out with Sarah while you guys do that.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Sarah, do you want some carnival clothes? You want to spice up your life?
I mean, always, spice is always good.
I guess she's down for clothes too. All right, we're gonna go clown around, I guess.
All right. Are you all making your way to Inky's tent?
Namely.
All right. And Sarah, go ahead.
Nothing pink. I swear.
Never.
All right, if this clown's damaged, I'll heal him so we can hurt him again.
I love that this became a group project.
Okay. You all are approaching Inky's tent. And I believe, Ileana, you have the highest passive perception, correct?
Yep, 15.
You notice something peculiar as you're approaching this tent.
Oh, he's fucking neat.
No, that's not what you notice. You notice, illuminated from the inside, the candlelight, something that looks like a mass of tentacles flailing around.
Oh.
Now she's interested.
Oh, he having a good time. I'm gonna take a peek.
You gonna
Oh.
just go ahead and take a peek? You gotta roll me a stealth.
Oh yeah.
Over her shoulder. Can she provide the help action?
You haven't seen anything yet. And Ileana hasn't shared anything with the rest of you yet.
That's gonna be an 18.
An 18. Let me roll an opposing roll. Meets it, beats it.
Ooh.
How are you going to go peek into this tent?
Do I have magic to help me out here? Nothing that won't draw attention. If there's a slit, I'll look through the slit. If not, I'm gonna quietly slice along the seam to make a little eye hole like a creeper.
As you do that, it's almost like whatever you're using, whether it's like a nail or even a tooth, it scrapes against the fabric of the tent. And as you go to look into the tent, you are met with an eye looking straight back at you.
Hi.
Well, I wasn't expecting any guests to join me.
Are you alive? Just making sure.
Oh, I'm great. I'm fantastic. Would you
So-
all like to come in?
Have you already come in?
No. I could.
Do you still have things for sale?
Things for sale.
Yeah.
I don't have anything for sale.
Oh, you have them just to give away? Because if the price of that is just sex, I'll be right in.
Roll me persuasion on that.
Just Linnell leans over to Lena like, I feel like we're missing a lot of context.
Yes, what on earth?
Yeah, suddenly Ileana is willing to barter. Sex is on the table with this clown that she was not down to clown with earlier.
22.
Yeah, well, is it just you? Everyone else looking to come in and talk?
Hey y'all. If you're down to get real slippery and super icky with this clown, we could get stuff, or we could just go. He's in there mad fucking.
Piggy dipping.
Wait, what did she say?
That's one on the board for Bree.
That's for
He
Bree.
said, "Pookie dipping."
Oh, you piggy dipping.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but at this point, I'm just fucking curious.
Yes,
Yeah, I
morbidly
feel like
so.
I'm missing a lot of context here.
He's fucking a tentacle monster.
Reacting so normally to this. Really?
I'll be right in.
Isn't that
Open
your
it.
thing?
I'll follow her in.
Yep. Same.
All right. Do you guys want to make me perception checks as you walk in?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's a
17.
natural 20 for a 24 minus
Ooh.
5, so a 19. But it is a crit.
Natural 20 as well.
Hey.
All right, nat 20's in the chat, y'all. For the most cursed freaking clown in the universe. All right. Anyone 15 and above would notice as you walk in a strange tentacle-like appendage disappear into the sleeve of Inky's outfit as they adjust their shirt and clothing. Well, I wasn't expecting to see all of you. in my tent this morning. For the sounds of it, good many of you had a really good time last night.
Yep.
As did I. And then they wink over at Freya.
I wink back.
How many arms do you have?
They put up their hands, which appear humanoid and normal. Maybe pale, covered in white paint. Just got the 2.
Uh-huh.
Sure you haven't made any bargains with any tentacled creatures?
Well, perhaps my mysteries are for me to know, and anyone brave enough to find out.
Speaking of
Inquiring minds, and she'll aim a look at Ileana. That's all.
so, well, I mean, kind of been there, done that. It's not anything new to me. But what I'm really here for is fashion show material. I heard you got the goods.
So Avraya's shared with you a little bit of the stash.
Is that what we're calling it?
Well, it's, where we kind of put all the extra things that people leave behind from the carnival. And yeah, you're welcome to take a look if you'd like.
But
By all means.
They motion towards the trunk, which Ileana, you would see, and Avraya, you would recognize because you have been through that.
Mm-hmm.
all right, my fit is good. So you guys, okay, let's see. Linnell, I'm thinking something that cinches you in and, I don't know, protects your flesh a little bit, maybe with like a little off the shoulder moment. Sarah, gotta kind of, what you're wearing kind of does it for me already. It's like, I take a look. Yeah, what we got?
I'm ever so curious what you imagine, what your opinion on my fashion choices are.
I've snapped quite a few of those.
Yeah, you did.
If Ileana doesn't have any complaints about my fashion sense, then to be honest, I'm good.
But it might have fun abilities. That's the thing, though. If it does cool shit.
We were curious about your selection of whips. It sounds like they come highly recommended, glancing between Araya and Hanky.
Ismark looks visibly just unnerved in the back of everything, arms crossed. Not saying anything, though. Inky will look over at you, Lena. Well, to be quite frank with you, they're not my whips. Might have borrowed a little something from Meat's tent.
Oh, good God.
Oh, this morning just gets better and better. Did you only borrow the one whip from Meat's tent, or are there perhaps more
Or did
elsewhere?
you perhaps borrow pieces of things from Meat's tent to then sew into your clothes to use for later? In which case, guidance.
Inky looks incredibly amused as you guys are talking. Y'all could just go up and ask him if you'd like.
That's what I was saying earlier. I can do
No,
it
I'm
for
not
you.
talking to him.
Me either.
Because I was just doing some push-ups. Suddenly there was this whole thing, so, no.
But I'm ever so curious to see what Linnell holding a whip would be like.
You'll find out. Do you want to have a push-up contest, maybe, Sarah?
Two.
With me.
Oh. Is that also a mating ritual for you, the push-ups?
It could be if that's your love language.
We'll need an
Well, if it's-
impartial judge. Inky, would you care to be the judge of this contest?
Sounds like a roaring good time. I'm down. We're in the tent outside. Where are we doing this?
Well, we could do it like near the box so they can shop and we can push at the same time.
Might take a while.
I got it all day.
We would be down.
I need to be
That's
clipped.
great.
Oh my god.
Wait, Sarah, when did you cast Duplicity?
Mirror image.
Meow.
Where's my D20 for Sarah? So I have a D20 for each of you, and I've got a little fiery one for Sarah.
Ooh. Well.
So while they shop, if you want to, I mean,
Let's do it.
down for a workout.
Oh yes.
I need to add spicy music to this goddamn Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare enough for the last two sessions.
I mean, if you give me a few minutes.
Unless you guys get down to da 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 da. I don't know your life. I don't know your choices. I mean, maybe you do want to get down to this music, the carnival music playing in the background.
Inky probably would.
Inky definitely has.
Of course he has.
Well, yeah. Those of you who want to look through the trunk, feel free. I mean, anything you want. I mean, probably don't take the whole trunk because we tend to use these things on occasion, but you find anything useful, you can take it.
She'll have a look.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh, actually, I saw this really cute top that would fit you perfectly, Linnell. And I go and just show them what I saw earlier. I mean, the night before. Nothing in particular. Like, you can choose for yourself which one you like.
Yeah, I need to give it some thought.
And we might have to dye it considering we're at a carnival.
Yes.
Everything in this trunk is vibrant, bright, clashing,
It hurts my eyes.
pinks.
Is it rainbow colored?
Oh, there's a ton of rainbow colored things. In fact, there's a fetching pair of trousers, flared trousers that have rainbow stripes down each side.
Oh, don't worry about the color. We can color it black or something.
Yes.
And
Yes,
those of
choose
you
the
looking-
rainbow trousers and color them black.
Black rainbow.
They're very flowing.
Yeah.
Those of you looking in the trunk, I need one of you to roll me a D100.
I could do it.
Mm.
See if you find anything that's
Yeah.
worthwhile in there or not.
82.
82. Of course, you guys would roll this one.
Oh boy.
You find tucked in small corners of the trunk, buried, probably underneath some very strange looking unmentionables, a small rose-hued effervescent liquid. Contains 1 easy to miss bubble that's shaped like a heart.
Oh my god, we got the potion of instant love.
Interesting.
And you would not know what it is offhand.
But-
It's just funny. I've had that pulled in 3 campaigns.
So it's just
I
you then.
mean, is it a thing I could perhaps investigate further with my herbalism knowledge?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But there's someone else who might be able to get a better understanding of what it is in your party.
Anyone know what this is?
I can take a look. Let me have a peek. And I will cast Identify.
All right. You would instantly know what this is and what this does. You would know that this is a special potion that if you were to consume it, you would be charmed for a certain length of time. You might be inclined to think of it as a filter of love.
Okay. This
And
is
if I'll give this to you because you have to identify. If the creature is of a species and gender that you're normally attracted to, you regard it as your true love while you are charmed.
okay. This is potentially earth-shatteringly dangerous, depending on whose hands it is. Let's just say, depending on the circumstances, you give this to someone and, at least for a little while, they will be all yours.
I could hold on to it. Keep it tucked beneath the suspicious-looking mushroom I found earlier, so that no one will be tempted to use it unless it were in the most dire of circumstances.
I'll put it in her hand, but I won't let go of it. I'll be like, does that include yourself?
Yes, I have no reason to use this on any of you.
That's fair.
Besides, she'll open her bag and reveal the weird, sickly mushroom that she found earlier. I found this before, and if I were to place this bottle beneath it, I'm sure it might disappear from our minds until we find it again when we least expect it.
Fair enough.
Needn't let this fall into the wrong hands.
I will also say, Brie, I have sexy time music now. Just FYI, and I will send you it out of session so you can have it on yours.
All right. Duly noted. Duly noted. All right. You found your filter of love in the chest. You don't find anything else remarkable. Nothing like the cape that Avrea has on her person now. Just a lot of colorful looking clothes, and I will let you guys flavor any of those however you'd like. Just know that they're going to be very colorful, very loud.
Perhaps if we wish to blind our enemies.
I think I'm good for now. This is I'm not. I mean, look at me.
She might hold up the rainbow pants. Well, these look like they could at least cause psychic damage.
They look like I'd be a Time Lord.
Whatever that is.
It's some weird space thing I heard Eliana talk about the other day. I don't know what it is.
You just hear Inky chuckling at that.
Mhm.
Are they
That's suspicious.
bigger on the inside than the outside?
God.
How would that even work, Inky? Like, use your brain.
Oh!
They just chuckle some more and
I have a vague idea. If possible, Lena might look for a waistcoat to go with her suspenders.
I'll allow it. It is going to be a very bright and vibrant color. Roll me a d8, please.
Think a 1.
It is a bright in-your-face red.
Actually,
Rather fetching, although perhaps could run it through the available dyes that we have.
yeah. Oh, Lena, what about this one? I show you maybe a long coat, like think Matrix, but all rainbow and
Oh,
colorful.
some sort of Technicolor dream coat.
The style, absolutely. The colors make me want to vomit.
We'll dye black.
Actually, Inky, this is a colorful circus. Surely you all have access to dyes of some nature.
Well, not particularly, but some of us might have access to certain colors.
Well, something to keep in mind.
You're looking for a darker black in nature?
Yes.
Give me a little time and I think I can acquire something for you and before you guys head out.
It's very kind of you. I suppose for now, worst comes to worst, it may make for plentiful extra fabric.
That's why he's called Inky.
Yeah.
Yeah, Linnell's putting 2 and 2 together right now. I'm having mixed
Why?
thoughts
Why would-
about this.
Why would you do this, Sky?
Wait, I did. What? Did I get the point? What?
I had given it to
Oh, sorry.
Ileana because of the hand gesture she was making as she was muted. Though I'm sure you all deserve a naughty point.
I'll
Yeah.
take what is fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. We'll hang on to the fabric, fold it up. Worst comes to worst, it could make for extra fabric, or in case we really do want to attempt to blind our enemies, she'll fold it up and store it away.
I'll tell you one thing. Strahd has no idea what's coming for her.
None at all.
Could make a flag.
Seen her.
Yes, for blinding our enemies.
Yeah.
Well, she's
Ismark just mutters under his breath. Or a white.
Well, Sarah's doing this and her fists are up. Ileana's gonna clasp her wrists, bring them to her mouth, and give each one a kiss. How about we do our push-up contest when we hit the next campsite so we can get out of this carnival?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
The extra.
I feel like Ileana's reaching out to me.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh. Feel a little steamy in here. Goodness.
Yep.
Whew.
Hello.
Speaking of which, so
If this is happening, it happens to both of us today.
Or the merrier.
what is
I mean, I can
happening?
leave.
That's the question. What is happening? I must know.
Could cut the sexual tension with a knife.
Okay, so above table, we were given many things to do. We were told about a lake, and so I'm obsessed about the lake because at least it was a location.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone was given different prompts. So, what do we feel like doing?
I mean, all of the clues were given to us as a group. The
Yeah.
prompts were more about kind of our past, our whole deal. So I feel like going west is the best option.
Yeah, the only one that seemed to focus on a path forward was the one that mentioned going west. So,
And that's not all you guys learned either. The group reading was extensive. And if you'd like, I can go ahead and refresh you right now.
Yes.
Sure.
The first card that Madame Ava had pulled was the healer. And she told you to look to the west and find a pool blessed by the light of the white sun. The second card she pulled was the elementalist. She said that there is a treasure that's hidden in a small castle beneath a mountain, guarded by amber giants. You heard of, let me see.
Giants sound like fun.
Are there any mountains to the west? I suppose the question then becomes.
You don't know yet. She pulled the druid. An evil tree grows atop a hill of graves where the ancient dead sleep. The ravens can help you find it. Look for a treasure there.
That sounds powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Like we might get stomped on.
She mentioned the miss. A woman wanders this land alone, searching for her mentor. She does not stay in one place for long, and to seek her out at an abbey located near the miss.
Oh.
And then the last card she pulled, the innocent. She dwells with one whose blood sealed his doom, a brother of light snuffed out too soon.
What sounds like fun, gang? Or do we roll for it?
Linnell was pretty insistent on us heading west because it's in the opposite direction of where all of her anxiety is currently.
Got it.
West.
Yeah.
Do we be Westward
I-
House?
All right.
It's only one clear enough, or you know.
Ismark speaks up. Well, we did discuss heading to Vallaki, which is the town that's northwest of here. Perhaps that's a good start.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
that's true.
They might have shops there or a shop, I should say. I'm still baffled by the idea of there being multiple shops in a place.
I don't get that.
I also don't think that if we're thinking of taking you somewhere safe, Vallaki is far enough. So don't give your hopes up on wanting to stay there.
I have a feeling that things will be much more complicated than even just that.
Yay! Perfect. I like having you around.
He looks over at you, Ileana, and he's just like, he can't hold back. He grins a little bit, just like, what have I got myself into?
Ah, it's nice to see you smile, Ismark.
Immediate
Yes, you should
frown.
smile more.
Immediate frown. That grin is wiped right off of his face so quickly at that.
I think Linnell remembering that strange familiarity connection that she had before, it's kind of like, oh, leave him be. It is okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to go take down some of the tents so we could get prepared to leave.
How about we're all gonna go help take down the tent so it's faster and we can...
Yes, really.
Don't you have push-ups to be doing?
We might want to not do it. Well, up to you. Do you want to do it with carnival music, or would you rather be out in the woods so there's quiet places to go after?
To be honest, the carnival music is not doing it for me.
I'd rather
Yes.
wait until the mood is properly set.
Yeah.
These push-ups going to take a lot of work then.
Oh, these
Yeah, we'll
push-ups are going to be fun.
Yeah, we're needing our moment.
I suddenly can't wait for the spirited athletic competition.
I'll pat Sarah on the back and just be like, see, this is what we trained for. All that, me sat on your back while you do your push-ups.
And I was thinking about that, yeah.
All right. I'm guessing you all head out of Inky's tent. And Inky has promised you some ink for later.
Swear to God, I didn't make that connection.
And I'm not telling you what or where this has come from. You guys are free to make all of your own assumptions on.
He inked himself.
It's organically sourced.
You guys made me ink.
You're gonna wear it. You're wearing Inky's jizz.
Swear to God.
Hey, look, 400 years, I've probably worn worse.
Probably.
Okay, we could die tomorrow. I'll wear the ink jizz.
I can't take any of you guys anywhere.
Thank you.
I don't know, you can take us wherever you want.
Your circus, your monkeys.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. My carnival, my clowns.
Pretty soon we'll be the Westward hose.
Already a hoe.
All right. Out of the tent. I'm moving us along. Let's go. Let's go, gals. Down. Ismark is heading in the direction of the tents. And no one in the carnival is really attempting to stop you or, do anything. They all have their own things that they're up to. You do see Meat not on his own, though. He is now sitting next to the campfire next to Lester, the Leonin. And they're looking at each other. You don't hear any noise, any sound, but it's almost as if they're in a deep conversation.
No push-ups happening?
You said this music wasn't doing it for you.
No, I mean, Meat and the person, there are no push-ups happening between those two right now, right?
No.
Okay, good. It's just...
I mean, maybe he's asking for
What
the
is
win.
happening?
What is the quote? So the lion falls in love with the lizard.
So tiny. Who?
I've never seen a lion. I've never seen both a lion and a lizard give each other fuck me eyes.
You can insight that to see what kind of eyes there are being given.
Sure, why
you
not?
can just live happy and tell yourself they're fuck me eyes.
I got a 4.
It's a 5.
4 and a 5. You guys just
I got a
have
6.
all of you just make the assumption
Are they
that
fucking?
God. All right, you guys packing up and getting ready to head out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Westward hose. Unite. Gang.
I can't wait for us
All
next
right.
year to be nominated for the Crit Awards, and then they show oh, let's see what QuestJunkies is about, and it's just that whole
Right.
segment.
They just do it real. We're like,
God damn it.
Oh my gosh. So, you all pack up your tents and gather your stuff. Unfortunately, do not acquire another whip, as you guys did not.
Bree,
do
dare
any
I
of that.
ask about the ink? Do I acquire
You
ink?
do acquire a jar of ink, probably
Okay.
about yay high, at around. It might be able to dye an article or two, depending on the size.
Well, she didn't make that kind of connection with it, so she's just going to pack it away in her bag and just go, oh, useful.
Roll me a D2. Roll me flip me a coin.
Alright, where's the dice roller thingy-majiggy?
You guys want cursed. I'm gonna give you potentials for cursed.
We understood the assignment. Come on. Let's be honest.
Lesbian.
Dice thing isn't
All
in here.
hail the lesbians.
Let's go, lesbians.
Let's go.
Let's go, lesbians. Let's go.
1.
The jar is oddly warm. You're welcome.
I feel like that merits a naughty point for Bree.
Yeah, it does.
You know, I'm just following y'all's lead. So
I didn't make that connection. You guys did.
I'm a
Ooh.
DJ.
Yeah, they're all degenerates here, let's be real. All right. You all pack up your stuff. And you're heading westward?
Mm-hmm.
Mustard hoe.
I'll just make the assumption that you all are deciding to travel along the river as it's heading westward from this pool.
Down, down, down.
Down by the river.
Yeah, I was gonna
The
say.
river.
The river! Oh god, the most I so badly want to play the soundboard clip, and I won't because I know it'd be really loud and really weird for the stream, but
Yeah.
it's just gold.
It is.
We could do it when
All right.
when we're off air.
Yeah.
So, you are going to probably travel along the river for about 2 hours before you see a path heading northbound. In which case, another bit of time. Does someone want to roll me a d20?
Sure. Anyone else want to roll a d20?
What did you roll?
Oops.
A 1? Okay. You have a very uneventful trip. As you're making your way, you don't see a whole lot of wildlife. But what you do see is once you pass the river, you cross the river, heading northwards on this road, reach a clearing. And to the right, you see Castle Ravenloft looming overhead. So close, Linnell.
I'm taking a stress point.
We've been going the wrong way.
You're on the road heading northwest. And in fact, you come to a part of the path where it forks out. And one way obviously makes you journey towards the castle. And the other way puts you westward.
Well, let's go that way.
To Westworld. I mean, Westward.
What do you mean? You want to go flirt with Strahd?
Not
no.
yet.
Yet.
Not yet.
Oh.
Eventually,
That's what we
don't
have
worry.
the love potion for, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Good thinking.
And then you can call her a good girl all you want there, Lena.
Although it does seem like she's already obsessed with one of us.
Yeah, I'm sure she would love us to hear the good girl part.
Well, we could always I've heard of some magics where you can transform people into animals. So if that time comes, we'll have some fun.
Cross that river when we come to it?
Ismark's just like, you have all lost me. I have no idea what you're talking about at this point, and I'm not sure I want to know.
Don't worry about it.
He looks over to Avrea and Linnell. Should I worry about it? Honestly.
I'm heading in that direction. She just starts walking down the west route.
Well, we'll chit chat. I mean, we'll think about it. If we have you and Lancelot, and Strahd has to choose between the both of you, and we transform you to look just like.
Hold up. Where is Lancelot?
Lancelot's been following us the whole time.
Has he?
Yes, he's been following us because he had a great time at the carnival, and he was just as excited as I was.
What was he doing at the carnival?
He was happily near me at all times because he's the bestest boy, except for when our dog, what's his name now? I was just talking to him. God damn it. Ismark. When Ismark went to go be a pouty boy, I sent Lancelot over there to cheer him up. And I said, Lancelot is going to protect Ismark. So I'm assuming our doggo's always with us.
I'm going to make you make your third fate roll
Okay.
of the session.
Okay.
Not Lancelot.
Okay, and then a double digi. Why did I put it back? You gotta make me make so many of these. All right. First double digi. We've got a 70, 75.
All right. Lancelot is with you. But hasn't seemed to be able to look you in your eyes and give you kisses since the events of last night. He did not stay in the tent. He probably slept outside of Freya and Ismark's tent.
Probably.
Eye contact.
I mean, if I had noticed, I would have brought him in.
We still need to update his collar. Has he been gaining weight with all the jerky rations?
Probably. He's not all skin and bones anymore. He's not like a chunky boy, but he doesn't look as sickly and hungered as he used to.
Chunk adjacent.
Chunk adjacent.
He's
on his way.
When we hunt down our next thing, we should give him some fresh meat instead of all the jerky. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
I need another D20.
I want.
Yeah,
All
go
right.
ahead.
I got a chunk.
A chunk.
17.
Hey.
All right. Uneventful. You all travel along for another 4 hours. You've had a pretty full day of travel. In your sights, in the distance, you see the top of a windmill.
Ooh.
And that's where I'm ending session today.
Oh.
Did you want to have that push-up contest?
I
Yes,
can
please.
I can allow that if you guys if you want to make a stop along the way and take a short rest.
All right.
Yeah, let's do
Or
that.
we can end this on a long rest before you head out to this windmill. So it's up to you all.
What do you want, Sarah?
Let's do this because, well, Sarah just left.
All right.
Should I have Patch turn on the sexy music? Is
Yes.
that all right? Take it away, Patch.
See if this works.
So.
Oh, the show.
What are we doing? Are we rolling some athletics here? You best believe if you guys are doing this, I want you to get nice and creative,
All right.
like last time.
So,
Ready?
on all
No.
fours, Sarah. Let's go.
Oh, all right. Going first on my knees, then full plank,
And
start doing my push-ups.
I'll go down one knee at a time, making intense eye contact. And
Oh
then
yeah, we're
go
just head to head.
head to head. All right, are you ready?
Oh yeah, who's counting?
Down. 1.
I rolled an 8. What are we rolling?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
That's 12.
That's 12. I got 16. You need to extend all the way, my dear.
Oh, my bad. Let's go down again.
Down. 2. 18.
9. Just
I'm gonna-
lost in Ilyana's eyes, like,
I'm gonna move my plank closer to you and get my nose to touch the tip of your nose and cast guidance through it. So add a d4 on top of it.
Oh boy.
oh yeah, that works. Let's go down.
Okay. Down. 3. I rolled 23.
Dirty 20.
There we go. That's a little better.
Getting there. One
Attempt
puts
to
one
keep my
arm,
face straight.
puts one hand on Ilyana's face, and just does one arm push-ups.
One arm push up. All right, so we'll be rolling with disadvantage now. And
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same to you, but I'm going to put it on the side of your cheek. 2 dice, lowest. Go. I rolled 2 nat 20s.
Nat 20s in chat. Nat
Where's-
20s in chat.
Where's
That
my phone? Where's my... Ow, fuck, shit. Ow.
Oh, all right.
2 nat 20 is just the proof. We got the high riz.
Shit. Okay, now I got an 11.
Wow.
Okay, so with that, how about, do you want to get on me or I get on you?
Sure.
Make it a little harder. Which way?
I'm gonna get on you because you seem to be way better at this.
Climb on.
I'm gonna climb on Ilyana and just wrap my arms around like her head. Nestle down. Now go on.
And am I rolling disadvantage with this? Probably. I'm
what's your strength score?
So my strength is a +2. we've been doing athletics with a +4.
So look at your base strength score. So +2, it's probably like what, like around a 14, 15?
Mhm.
Okay. If I remember right, you calculate how much you can carry by timesing. It's either 10 or 15. I never remember. Chat want to tell me? I know I have DMs in chat right now.
I think it's 10.
By 10.
I mean, either way, it would work, I think.
Yeah. So you should be able to do a push-up without disadvantage.
So
Sarah's gonna whisper in Ilyana's ear though, like, go lower.
I'm gonna
lower.
go down to the ground as slow as possible and hold that shit just hovering like an inch off the ground. I'm gonna use my inspiration that I earned from singing in my box. It's worth it. Another nat 20.
What in the world? Of course, and this is where you're getting all your nat 20s. Don't expect it for next time.
No, it won't happen again.
Never underestimate the power of the Riz.
I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna be like, all right. So now you need to take position, get in plank formation. So as I'm hovering, she's expecting you to get in plank formation. Hands on the ground, just over her.
She will.
Ilyana's gonna drop the push-up, turn around, put her arms and legs around you and be like, let's go into the woods.
All right.
And I'm gonna do something I don't do with people. So we go into the woods and I'm gonna tilt your chin up and you are gonna be the first person she ever kisses on the lips.
Swoon.
And she's gonna smile and you're gonna see her teeth. And then she's gonna hide it.
Don't. Pushes the hand down a bit. Don't. He kisses you again. Very sweetly.
Push-up competition.
And did so much more wholesome than I expected.
Clear who won though.
Who won? Who won? I think you both won.
I think we all won. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. I think we all won.
Be honest.
Let's be.
I just finished a fanfic.
So, for those of you in the chat and for those of you in game, I sent Bree what her teeth look like quite a while ago. It's a mix between cat teeth and snake teeth. So it's like kitty teeth in the front and her molars are all snake. Like, so they're razor sharp and kind of Barbie. Yeah. So we have teeth.
Teeth. All right. And with that was today's Strahdalicious. We're gonna, of course, have everyone plug their stuff. So let's go ahead and let's start in the reverse order from where we started. Sky.
Hey, I'm Sky.
Plug your stuff. Favorite moment.
I'm Ilyana. My favorite moment was that. It was that. The end. That's it.
Snap to that. Anything you want to plug?
You guys can find me on YouTube where we can watch Critical Role and Dimension 20 together. I love your face. I'm going to put out another episode of Strahdalicious on Spotify this week, so keep an eye out for that.
Wonderful. All right. C.
Hi, I'm C. I play the rare. You can find me on YouTube as Hey C. And my favorite moment was probably in the beginning when Linnell went out crying. When Lena went out hyperventilating, and then when Iliana went to meet her, she started crying on Iliana. It was sweet.
All right. Anything you want to plug?
I did.
Okay. I know you normally talk about your stream and stuff, so didn't know if there was anything going on. All right.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Bridget.
Hi, everybody. My name's Bridget. I've been Lena the Sneaky It Freaky Warlock. When I'm not here Friday nights getting any combination of sad, scared, and horny, you can find me on this channel Monday nights in the Redania Chronicles with the Homebrew World. And every other Friday, you can also find me over on QuestJunkiesUK's channel for Candlekeep Mysteries with our Dungeon Mommy, where we just fought some wyverns. It was a good time. And when I'm not online, you can find me doing anything from recap and lore keeping, fanficking. New fanfic alert. It was just posted today if you want to read the extended behind-the-scenes version, or we don't have to fade to black on stream, of what happened with Iliana, Lena, and Linnell. I will post a link up in the Discord server for all of you to enjoy and read that fanfic.
Yes, if you haven't joined our Discord, you can find that there, plus much more conversation. We hang out, we have a good time.
Yeah.
All right. River.
Favorite moment.
Oh, sorry. I almost forgot your favorite moment.
So many ups and downs. My favorite moment is the cursed moment from today, where I didn't expect to find die, but I got die, quote unquote.
I mean, y'all are making your own assumptions about where it was acquired from, so I plead the fifth.
Listen, he had tentacles.
Yeah, and it was surprisingly warm. That's all.
River, go ahead.
Hi, I'm River, and well, Sarah's also around. We played Sarah today. And, well, on socials, you can find me on illvice.chaos, and Sarah and I together on Tales of Exandria and the Lavish Chateau, if you want to see more Critical Role stuff. Favorite moment? Well, apart from, the last 10 minutes, but to not repeat that. Well, honestly, the whole progression of, push-ups now? No, push-ups now? No, the music's too weird. No, push-ups later.
Oh boy, yep. And then y'all actually did push-ups. Color me surprised. All right, color me surprised. All right, Patch.
I am Patch, the ever humble Dungeon Master for Mondays and Wednesdays right here on QuestJunkies. We stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I also play every other Friday over on QuestJunkiesUK. Go check them out because they are doing part of an amazing charity event that's 12 days long or something. 20 odd different streams across 2 channels. I'm going to be on there once again in just over 12 hours time, playing a randomly generated character that is the most useless thing in the world. So you can come and watch me do that. Favorite moment. Oh my goodness. Such a question. I think it's just enjoying the bi panic on River's face in that last segment. It was just
not bi panic. That was full gay panic. Why bi?
Fair, very fair.
Sarah's complaining over there. What's bi?
But yes,
okay.
I'm curious to figure out what the rest of the group was doing when all of that was happening. Maybe we'll find out next week.
Maybe we'll find out next week. Wonderful. Anything else?
I think that's it. It's good to be back after a couple of weeks hiatus due to us heading over to MCM and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, back to full schedule next week.
Yeah. And I am Bree, your humble dungeon mistress for Fridays here at Strahdalicious. You can find me on various social media under Breathe the Tired, whether I'm making silly D&D TikToks or occasionally doing art. I'm a big procrastinator for everything I do in my life. You can also find me, as Bridget mentioned, over every other Friday, playing Candlekeep over on Phoenix Iwaki's channel. And let's see. Anything else? My favorite moment, I'll give two things. So the first thing was I loved the creative use of share pain that Ileana wanted to utilize. I will always allow my players a chance to utilize things creatively. And it's just really fun to see what comes out of that and the implications of what comes out of that as well. And then it's also really fun seeing y'all kind of navigate this weird like relationship web of who's into who. Everyone's kind of into each other, but who is into who? So yeah, that's my favorite moment. But I want to thank everyone who is here at my table and here in chat. And if you're watching the VOD later, here just watching us be silly and have fun. Always such a wonderful time with this group. And you never quite know what to expect, which is the beauty of it all. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to love you. We're going to leave you until next week. So may the mists of Barovia never obscure your path. Until next week, adventurers.
Good night.
Take care.